In the United States, for far too many people, the healthy, independent part of life starts to fade in the mid-60s. After that, each year often brings more pills, more appointments, and a little less confidence getting around the house, the store, and the world. But look across the Pacific, and you'll find something striking. Japan has tens of thousands of centenarians, people 100 and older, who still shop, cook, and walk their neighborhoods without help. So what's going on? It isn't magic. It isn't perfect genetics. And it definitely isn't about buying every supplement under the sun. Since 1928, the culture has normalized a simple idea: short, gentle movement every day, for everyone, kids, adults, and elders. No gym, no ego. Just a few minutes that stack up into strength, balance, and confidence you can feel. Today, you and I will practice 5 quiet, time-tested shapes from that tradition and martial arts culture: Shiko-dachi, Neko-ashi dachi, Seiza, Zazen, and Kiba-dachi, each one adjustable, chair-friendly, and joint-friendly. I'll show you how to make them fit your body today, how to progress safely over the next weeks, and how to tuck them into real life so they actually happen. Before we begin, do me a favor so I can tailor the next routines to you. Write your age in the comments right now. I want to know who's here, then tap subscribe, turn on notifications, and if you feel a change, looser hips, steadier steps, calmer breathing, tell me in the comments the moment you notice it. Your note might be exactly what someone else needs. Quick safety note: this is educational, not medical advice. If you feel pain or dizziness, or you're managing a medical condition, talk with your clinician and scale the range, stance width, and hold time. Keep a sturdy chair or counter nearby. Our rule today is simple: comfort before depth, control before effort. Let's set the tone. Picture a quiet, sunlit room. No mirrors, no loud music. You widen your stance a little. You breathe. You lower 1 inch, not 5. You stand tall again. You shift your weight like a cat testing the ground. You sit upright and let your spine stack like coins. You breathe until your shoulders forget how to creep up toward your ears. You hold a grounded posture that makes your legs warm and your mind steady. That's our practice. We start with Shiko-dachi, the sumo stance, the foundation. Set your feet a bit wider than hip width and turn your toes slightly out. Rest your fingertips lightly on the back of a chair or a countertop if you want extra confidence. Soften your knees and let your tailbone sink straight down 1 or 2 inches, then exhale to rise. That's it. 5 to 8 slow dips to start. Think tripod feet. Weight across the base of the big toe, the base of the little toe, and the heel. Picture your knees tracking over your shoelaces, no collapsing inward. Keep your chest tall and your gaze level. You'll feel your inner thighs, glutes, and hips wake up. The independence muscles you use to stand from a chair, climb a few steps, and steady yourself when a bus lurches. If your knees talk back, stand a touch narrower, keep the dip shallow, or place a sturdy chair behind you and do a tiny tap and rise. Have you struggled to stand from low couches without pushing hard with your hands? Tell me in the comments if that's you and whether this shallow, controlled range already feels kinder on your knees. Shift to Neko-ashi dachi, the cat stance. Poise and balance. Stand near a counter. Step 1 foot back slightly so about 70% of your weight rests on the back leg. The front foot is light, heel just a whisper off the floor, toes touching like a cat testing the ground. Gently bend the back knee, grow tall through the crown of your head, and breathe 3 to 5 calm breaths. Switch sides. When that's easy, add tiny transfers. Float the front toes for 1 second and set them down, 5 reps each side. You'll feel quiet work in the ankles, arches, and deep hip stabilizers. That's your slip prevention system turning on. If you've avoided crowded sidewalks or certain curbs because you worry about wobbling, write balance in the comments and tell me where you feel most unsteady, turning quickly, stepping off a curb, or walking on gravel. I'll use your answers to build the next routine. Now we organize posture with Seiza, proper sitting, in a modern knee-friendly way. Traditional Seiza kneels on the shins with the tops of the feet flat and the hips resting on the heels. For many over 60, that's too much pressure, so we elevate. Place a thick cushion, folded blanket, or Seiza bench between hips and heels so your weight is shared by your sit bones. If kneeling is off the table, sit at the front edge of a chair, feet flat, knees about 90 degrees. Stack head over heart, heart over hips, hands resting on thighs. Breathe in through the nose for 4, out through the mouth for 4. Feel the back of your ribs widen like an umbrella. Stay 1 to 3 minutes. This isn't sit up straight with a tense neck. It's stacked bones and soft ribs so your deep core holds you without strain. Sensitive ankles. Slip a small rolled towel under the fronts of the ankles and take more height. If sitting tall makes your lower back pinch, tilt the pelvis a millimeter forward and imagine zipping up a low pair of jeans for a gentle lower ab hug. Have you stopped kneeling entirely because of discomfort? Comment knees and tell me what you've tried, cushions, benches, or just avoiding it. Your note will help someone else. Without moving much, we slide into zazen, seated meditation, calm posture for calmer nerves. Stay in supported kneeling or sit cross-legged on a cushion or simply remain on your chair. Elevate the hips so the spine can lengthen naturally. Imagine a string lifting the crown of your head. Let your shoulders grow heavy and your jaw unlock. Rest your hands where your neck feels quiet. Soften your gaze to the floor or gently close your eyes if that's comfortable. Count the breath from 1 to 5, then begin again at 1 whenever the mind wanders. Start with 2 to 5 minutes, then work toward 10. Why include this in a movement routine? Because a steady nervous system makes balance training easier, lowers that constant bracing, and often improves sleep. If you've tried meditation and felt fidgety, try this trick. Exhale slightly longer than you inhale for 3 rounds. It's a cheat code for downshifting the body. Stand once more for Kibadachi, the horse stance, quiet strength. Step wider than Shiko, with toes slightly out or nearly parallel. Think of sitting onto a tall, invisible stool while keeping your chest proud and your tailbone dropping straight down. Lower only to a depth that keeps your knees comfortable and your heels heavy. Hold the counter or press palms together at chest height for a sense of lift. Start with 10 seconds, breathing slowly. Rise, rest, and repeat 2 or 3 rounds. When comfortable, add tiny pulses, down a centimeter, up a centimeter, for 5 to 8 slow pulses, or extend your hold toward 20-40 seconds. You'll feel thighs, hips, and inner legs working as a team. This stance trains side-to-side stability, the kind you need for pivoting in the kitchen, stepping around a puddle, or turning to reach a cabinet without wobbling. If your groin or knees feel tight, bring the feet a little closer and keep the posture shallower. We're training control first, depth later, and never into pain. Let's stitch the 5 together so they fit a real day. In the morning while the kettle boils, do 5 to 8 Shiko dips and 3 calm breaths per side in cat stance. Late morning, take 1-3 minutes of Seiza and glide into 2 to 5 minutes of Zazen. Think of it as a nervous system rinse. Before dinner, practice 2 rounds of Kiba holds for 10-20 seconds each. That's your base set, 10 to 12 minutes total. Or scatter the pieces across your day. Stances in the kitchen, seated work in the living room, quiet breath wherever you feel calm. On low-energy days, your plan B is 1 minute of cat stance, both sides, and 1 short horse stance hold. A little beats nothing every time. Now, some precision cues your joints will love. In every standing stance, think tripod feet. For knees, think aim over shoelaces. Let the tailbone hang heavy to avoid overarching the lower back. Keep the bottom ribs soft so your breath can travel 360 degrees. Keep your gaze level. Steady eyes improve balance. If you feel dizzy, come out, sit, breathe, and only return when you feel settled. On a 0-10 effort scale, aim for a 3 to 4 while learning these shapes, worked but refreshed, never wrung out. Adaptations matter because every body has a story. For sore knees, shorten stance widths and ranges, and keep a hand on the counter. For sensitive ankles, point toes a little more forward. For low back grumbling, nudge the pelvis to neutral and zip the lower abs lightly. If you use a cane or walker, do the standing shapes with one hand, resting lightly for contact, and focus on slow breathing rather than chasing depth. If kneeling is off the table, your chair-based Seiza is the star. Front edge of the seat, feet flat, long spine, quiet ribs, calm breath. Let's talk myths. Myth: deep stances ruin older knees. Truth: uncontrolled depth bothers knees at any age. Controlled, shallow ranges you own are joint-friendly and build strength where you need it. Myth: if it doesn't hurt, it isn't working. Truth: after 60, progress you can keep is built with comfort first practice, repeated often. Myth: meditation is only for monks. Truth: 2 or 3 quiet minutes can change your balance drills because your system isn't braced. A quick story. One viewer in her early 70s wrote that stairs made her pause and brace. She gripped the rail with both hands and avoided carrying anything up. She started with 10-second Kiba holds beside the counter 3 days a week and a cat stance drill while the kettle boiled. 2 weeks later, she stopped pausing at the bottom step. 4 weeks later, one hand on the rail, breathing steady, light tote on the other shoulder. Quiet work adds up. Leave a comment if you've had a similar experience. What helped you first? Stance width, breath, cushion height, or something else? Here's a simple 4-week progression you can follow without thinking. Week 1, learn the shapes. 5 Shiko dips, 3 5 breaths per side in Neko-ashi, 1 minute Seiza, 2 minute Zazen, 2 10-second Kiba holds. Week 2, add 1 rep or breath everywhere and take Seiza to 2 minutes, Zazen to 3-4 minutes. Week 3, add tiny pulses in Shiko and Kiba or extend each hold by 5 to 10 seconds. Week 4, connect them into one smooth flow. Standing pair in the kitchen, seated pair in your favorite chair, horse stance before dinner. If any week feels like too much, repeat it. Consistency is the win. Let's run a short round together right now. Stand feet wide, soften into Shiko for a slow breath, and rise. Slide into Neko-ashi, light front foot, steady back leg, 3 breaths, then switch. Take your cushion or chair, stack your spine in Seiza, 5 easy breaths. Drift into Zazen, count to 5 on each inhale, exhale, and begin again, just a minute or 2. Stand wide for Kiba, lower a little. Hold 10-20 seconds with lips together, exhales, and rise. That's it. 5 moves, 10 minutes, and a steadier day. Before we close, a handful of bonus tips that amplify everything you're building. 1. Footwear and surfaces. Non-slip grip socks or stable shoes on a firm, non-slick floor. 2. Lighting and clutter. Clear pathways and add a small lamp where you practice in the evening. Your eyes guide your balance. 3. Habit hooks. Pair each move with something you already do. Kettle, messages, TV remote, dinner prep. 4. Effort rule 3-4 out of 10 while learning. If you wake up achy, scale back the next day. 5. Hydration plus protein. Enough water and a bit of protein at each meal. Help muscles respond. Eggs, yogurt, tofu, fish, beans, or a simple shake. 6. Sleep ritual. 2 minutes of Zazen plus 3 shoulder blade circles can ease you into bed. 7. Tracking. Keep a tiny calendar on the fridge and check off practice. Momentum beats motivation. 8. Micro walks. 2 to 5 minutes after meals pairs beautifully with these stances. 9. Breath reset on demand. Exhale slightly longer than you inhale for 3 rounds to drop your shoulders and steady your steps. 10. Plan B days. Only Neko-ashi and Kiba by the counter, 60 seconds each. Done. If this helped you, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this with a friend who wants to feel steadier and stronger this month. At the top, you wrote your age. Now tell me which move felt best in your body and why. If you've had a similar experience, knee pain standing up, fear of turning quickly, trouble sitting tall, leave a comment with what helped. Maybe a higher cushion, grip socks, or practicing beside a counter. In the description, you'll see gentle affiliate links to the exact tools I recommend. A thick kneeling cushion or Seiza bench for comfort, a dense balance pad for safe ankle training, non-slip grip socks for confidence on smooth floors, a light resistance band to add strength later, a joint-friendly exercise mat, a foot roller and hand grip strengthener for daily dexterity, plus wellness basics. Many viewers like such as omega-3, turmeric with black pepper, magnesium glycinate, and Japanese-style green tea or matcha. Using those links supports this channel at no extra cost to you. And as always, check with your clinician before starting any new exercise or supplement. Quiet, patient work today protects your independence tomorrow.